Hello, America. Welcome to Roomba deathmatch. I'm your host, Grant O'Brien, and this is YouTube Mobile Live. We're filming this on a cell phone, so I don't want to hear about it in the comments. It's on a cell phone. Let me tell you how this game's going to work. We have a Roomba right here in the middle of the Death Square, which is the name that I've given to our square of wood here in the office. And we have three contestants here to play today. Siobhan Thompson, Zach Oyama, and Katie Maravich. You can see they're flexing as hard as they can. Katie especially.
Feet of strength!
Let me tell you a little bit how this is going to work. Everyone has 3 balloons. This Roomba has been outfitted with knives, pencils, I think a letter opener, maybe a scalpel. Where those are scalpels. Where did we get scalpels?
That's not a scalpel.
That's an X-Acto blade, you noob. Didn't you work in a surgery?
God damn it. No, wait a minute. We're not going to have a debate about whether these are scalpels, but I'm telling you, those are scalpels. Tell me in the comments if I'm right.
It's definitely an X-Acto
Couldn't you just go buy a scalpel?
Yeah, you can buy a scalpel. It's not a...
Sorry.
You can buy a gun. Wired.
This is hot content. So, the way this game works, we're going to turn this Roomba on. Everyone's going to have 3 balloons, and by the end of the match, the last person with a standing balloon wins. There are balloons ranged around the square. Katie is in blue, Zach is in yellow, and Siobhan is in orange. And in case you're confused about that, all of their headshots are taped to the pictures.
This is not my headshot.
These are their professional headshots. They're all available for hire as actors. You can get them. They all also right now have the opportunity to place one more balloon around the square. Wherever you want. On the outside of the square, or hell, put it in the middle of the square. I don't care.
I think it has to be on the outside, right?
Put it in the middle of the square. It doesn't matter to me. I would say strategically, your best bet is to put it on the outside of the square.
I think it won't. Yeah.
Now, Siobhan, I see you putting it right next to Zach.
Yeah.
Strategically, why is that your call?
Well, it's in a corner, which always messes the Roombas up. But also, like, I feel like if it hits a balloon, it's more likely to hit Zach's, and then it'll go off in a different direction.
It'll say I've collected the trash.
Right.
Because Zach is trash.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't need them right. Katie, you went
putting some words into her mouth.
Katie, you went right in the corner there.
I did.
What's the strategy with that?
It just seemed like a spot that maybe a Roomba wouldn't want to go. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't put much thought into it.
Okay, great. That's
Just did
really.
it.
And Zach, you're sort of right in the middle of a range here. What's the thinking there?
I just saw a certain amount of dead space right here, and I was like, let's put my balloon there. I couldn't really think of a real reason to put a balloon anywhere.
Sure. Great. Well, folks, we're going to get this started right now. Let me tell you how it's actually going to start. The Roombas, I don't know if you've ever used one, launch straight off when you get them going. So what we're going to do, we have a little spinner here. It's from a game that I'm not going to say, but in my life, I've never seen a better game. I've never seen
Scrabble?
a better game
Oh, yeah, it's
in
from
my
Scrabble.
life.
Is it from
The Scrabble spinner?
Yeah, this is a spinner in Scrabble. We're going to spin that. That's going to tell us what direction to launch our Roomba off in. From there, the chaos is going to start. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Roomba! That was cool. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yes! Oh boy.
Please. Very exciting.
Come on, baby.
All right.
Oh,
RJ is going to launch our Roomba off.
Pretty good, though. Pretty good, because that could be good for me.
That's RJ in the middle. He has to touch the knife robot. RJ, do you have health insurance?
RJ, be careful.
No, not yet.
Hey, great. This is exciting.
Be careful.
Is it?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's going that
With
way.
the knife.
Let's see.
A little bit that way. Yeah, we want to make sure we get this exactly right. So we have our judges taking care of this because this is what it all comes down to. That's the sound of the robot starting. You can see the robot starting right off towards Siobhan Thompson. Oh, that's awful. Oh, it's coming right back. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it has popped a Siobhan balloon, and it's headed right now directly at another Siobhan balloon.
I'm so sorry.
There it goes. Got by one of the scalpels.
Get
Here
out
it
of there! Get! No!
now. It's headed off in a direction where there are no balloons, so we have just a moment to think. Siobhan, how are you feeling right now? You've only got one balloon left.
You know what? I, for one, welcome on you, robot overlords.
There it goes.
did
That's
it!
awful. Now wait a minute. It looks like it's heading right at a Katie balloon. Katie.
It's gonna get me! It's gonna get me!
I don't know how you feel, but this is, I think, is the end of your first balloon.
Oh!
There it went.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's collected Katie's head. And Siobhan has put my head also on the Roomba. At this point, I'd like to introduce a challenge that I didn't tell our producers about. If one of you is willing to lay down dead center in that square, I'll give you $100 of my own money.
Absolutely not.
All right, well,
It's gonna get me!
$100.
For how long?
For $100, 10 minutes.
No, okay, never mind.
All right, fair.
It's way too long.
All right.
Oh boy.
Right now, the Roomba looks to be a little bit confused in a corner. That's all right. That's what you want to see in a robot that has knives attached to it. You don't want them getting too smart for too long. It's off and running again. Coming back over here to this dead space. Siobhan, I feel like it remembers that your balloon was here and got a taste for your blood. Well, now it's headed right towards a Katie balloon.
Get me!
Well, there it goes. I'm gonna say absolutely. There goes Katie Maravich. So the score right now. Zach has 3 balloons left. Katie and Siobhan each have 1. Zach, how are you feeling? You're in the lead at the moment.
I feel really good.
That's great.
It's really working out. I feel like it's gonna over-adjust and
Woo! That was a close call. Now remember, the Roomba is a vacuum. So as it runs over Siobhan's picture, it might pick up. Oh, there it goes! Zach's first balloon. Balloon number 1 for Zach is down. And it's sucking up the trash. Oh no! Siobhan is out! That is the end of Siobhan Thompson. We have two balloons for Zach left and 1 more for Katie Maravich. Zach, you're in a pretty good position right now, but it's still anyone's game because of the way these balloons are all ranged around and the fact that dumbass Roomba is stuck in a goddamn corner of wood.
Oh my god, it's cutting the wood.
The knife is slicing through the wood. I don't know how sharp that knife needed to be, but it's entirely too sharp, I'm going to tell you. It was only trying to pop a balloon, and we put the world's sharpest blade on top of our robot. Now it's stuck in the corner.
Oh, it's trying to eat the face.
It sucked up Siobhan Thompson's face in a terrifying metaphor for the state of her life. Now it's stuck in a corner. We may call for our judges to turn that robot around and set everybody back on its right course.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it goes.
It's good.
It's gonna roll over that knife.
Come
All right, it's rolling over my face, but it didn't suck it up because it knows that I'm not garbage. Nope, there it goes. Sucked up my face right after I said that. Folks, sometimes metaphors come back to bite you. Now, a Roomba's been hanging out here in the corner for a little bit, so we may see a little bit of action here in a minute when we turn it around.
wait, sure.
I gotta tell you, I don't want. Oh, now it's off and running. This could be the ball game, folks.
Oh, what?
You asshole!
Well, it decided not to play. Again, this robot is a dumbass. It's headed back to the corner
Oh no.
and has turned off mid-cycle.
Clear Roomba's debris extractors.
Maybe
Then
a
press
bunch of
clean
balloons are bad
to
for a Roomba.
restart.
Now, the Roomba just gave us a message. Error. Please clean your extractors. I have to imagine that has something to do with all the pictures of faces and balloons that we've jammed inside of it. You can see RJ here lifting up a Roomba full of knives and trying to dig balloons out of it. I don't know if that's a smart decision safety-wise, but I gotta say it's pretty entertaining to watch. Now, these knives here are starting to come a little bit loose. We're taking off the back knife because that was the one that was probably confusing its intake. Zach, you are an amateur robot builder.
Yeah, definitely.
When you're looking for an intake vacuum on a vacuum robot, what are some of the things you want to consider?
Wait, an intake vacuum on a vacuum robot? Intake vacuum?
Siobhan Thompson's eliminated from the game, so she can't weigh in too much on
I
this.
just want to know what you meant by intake vacuum.
I think it's just trying to find a spot that is sort of out of the way, and that's why it's in the rear of the Roomba. It kind of changes things up when you have a Roomba built for death. It's supposed to be attacking things on all sides. The knife is a cool touch, but at the same time, it is on the back in a spot that, you know, I feel like the Roomba's never going to reverse into things.
Well, if it did, though, then we'd
Yes.
really be looking at a death robot. Now, you bring up the idea of robots that are built to kill. Do you have any favorites?
Ooh, do you remember that show BattleBots?
I definitely remember the show BattleBots.
Vlad the Impaler.
That's a great answer for a favorite death robot. What about you, Siobhan?
You know, in England it was called Robot Wars.
Oh, shut up.
And
oh,
it
God.
started in England. It started in England.
The number of
Okay.
times we've heard the phrase, you know, in England, it would really blow your mind.
We have different names for things.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
No end to the comedy there. What about you, Katie? Do you have any favorite death robots?
No, I don't know any robots. This is the first one I've met.
This is the- What do you think so far?
He's pretty cool. I wish we hadn't broken him. I do feel bad about that.
Well, remember, it's a robot that doesn't have sentience, so I don't think we need to worry too much about his emotions. And he's turned back
in
up.
business.
Do we respin?
I think at this point we need a respin on our spinner from the game that is my favorite in life.
Scrabble.
Scrabble. All right. We're going to be starting now, pointed. I'm going to call it northeast, whatever it lands. Great. That's northeast as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what directions mean.
It's southwest. It's literally
It's
southwest.
definitely southwest.
I promise those are scalpels. We're ready to go again with the Roomba deathmatch.
Oh boy.
You can hear the sound of murder in its veins. That- Wow, that
Oh
took
wow.
care of business. It's headed
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
This could be it. Could be the end. Boy, it's headed right towards Katie's
Keep going.
balloon. Now that could be anything. Oh, it's not gonna hit it.
Oh.
It's not gonna hit it. Oh!
Yeah!
Oh! Wow!
Oh my
Oh, that
God.
was so close.
By the skin of your teeth, Maravich.
Oh, boy. Now that thing reversed. Zach, that could have been the end of one of your balloons.
It could have. It could have won the game, too. Come on. You know where you were going.
It's headed back right now. It's headed
Oh,
right
no.
towards Katie's balloon. This, Katie, I gotta say, I feel like might be the end.
Goodbye,
Do you have any
Katie.
last words?
See ya, Katie.
Whoa.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Roomba Deathmatch.
I had no idea I was so good at this game.
What
Don't
do
do
you-
this at home, kids. It
Yes.
is the thing that we should probably add onto this video. This is a safe environment, and knives are dangerous.
No, kids,
In the perfect spot, the very end of the video.
kids, definitely do this at home. Try it at home. It's awesome. If you don't try it at home, you're not cool. If you have a Roomba and this isn't what you're using it for, you're the lamest person I've ever met. Thank you so much for watching. Scroll back in your feed to see some of our other YouTube mobile videos. We're going to be doing more of these. The Roomba just had another error with perfect timing. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.